Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio. Almost got hit by a train right at the start, always exciting. I am SeiferKatt. I forgot who to announce who I was in case you're new here. That's who I am. I'm SeiferKatt. You're wondering what the channel name was, it's also SeiferKatt. Anyway, moving on. So today last session we managed to get endless ships coming back with Vulcanite, which is super exciting. But on the bad side of things, we have other problems. Yes, so we've got all this Vulcanite and Beryl coming through, which you'd think would be pretty amazing because Vulcanite is just so much better to make stuff out of. And Beryl, I mean, that's just going to be used for so much space stuff. Here's the rub though, we don't actually use that much Vulcanite at the moment. So what we're going to do, and this is something I'm going to regret heavily in just a couple of moments, is I'm going to break down everything that's here. And we're going to make this iron base a lot bigger, and then also probably get the steel somewhere else. Now the good news is we can use almost the exact same structure that we have for the copper base, so that is something we can do. And now I think that's not going to cut anything that we need. No, I think that's going to be fine. Unfortunately, it is going to try and give us so much resources that we don't really need right now. What we're going to do is put the iron here, put the steel there, except get them around the right order, otherwise ain't nothing going to happen. Okay. So that way, when we're pulling all this apart... So really the plan right now is just get iron going. Once we've got iron going, steel can come next. Now I could of course build this somewhere else, and on hindsight that probably would have been okay. But we're here now, so we're going to keep going. Because I am a strong believer of the sunk cost fallacy. And by that I mean that that's totally what you should just continue doing. Because also I don't particularly like that this doesn't really get full lines of iron in. There's a lot of things I don't like about this setup at the moment, but that's all going to be fixed up very, very soon. I especially don't like this part where it uses not Vulcanite. Because I'm all about the Vulcanite these days. That's just who I am as a person. And you got to respect that. You don't have to. I'm not in charge of you. Respect what you want to respect. So we'll just keep passing things through for the moment. Hopefully things will keep working while we pull everything apart. But we're doing a rebuild. We might do a couple of rebuilds today. Oh, actually, before I go too much further, I do want to change this rocket because I realize my signaling is wrong. Because if the signal launches the way that it is currently, one of the green things says 100, should be 180, because it also needs to account for it also needs to account for the inclusion of more rocket modules so it can actually come back again. Also, that I think is wrong, so we'll fix that as well, because we might as well just keep getting the rocket parts in. If we're not doing that, what are we doing with our lives, you know? Nothing good is the correct answer. Ah, heck. Cargo rocket equals 0. It's not that, it's hold. And that should still be fine. Yeah. Good. So that won't put a green signal until it's 180. Yep, cool. That's fine. Alright, let's go back to making our iron mine. Now we may need to move this coal, or at least get it slightly better positioned. That's a problem for not right now. But it is indeed a problem. And anything that has the iron and vulcanite sort of a half line, we want to get rid of that as well. Because that's not how we're doing this anymore. We're doing full lines of vulcanite, full lines of other. And we've lost our drones again. That's pretty normal. Normally drones leave when you're in the middle of a big project. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's normal. What I could do is get some more personal roboports. And where are my drones? Yeah, they sort of scattered after I left in a hurry. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some more roboports. We're going to get the lasers off to the side for the moment. So that way we can have more construction bots. Because right now we're not needing lasers. We don't need them very often. And I look forward to the part where we race recklessly into the enemy and realize we don't have the roboports. But we're not worried about that right now. So we need iron gears, batteries, and steel. Okay. Well, all those things are a little bit trickier right now. Because someone absolutely killed our ion. That's what I thought I was saying. I wasn't, but I thought I was. And sometimes that's bad enough. When you think you're going insane, that's how they get you. Okay, how many of these roboports do I even need? More than I think I do. I could build, say, 5, 6, 7 of these. That's a lot. Maybe that is too many. But then again, that's cowardice speaking. And one should never be a coward. One should also never be accused of being cowardice, otherwise they might just run to the enemy team. I don't know, for some reason I decided to play League of Legends ARAM today. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to play it on my own, and I'm going to have a good time playing League of Legends. That was a mistake. I don't think I need to ever tell anyone that truth. So 3, 4, 5, 6, one more. Yeah, that was a mistake, and there was a situation where it was like 3 people on one, and they were attacking the tower, and I'm like, you know what, this is the bad idea, I'm going to back away. And someone was like, wow, what a coward, backs away from a fight they can win. So I was like, alright, and I just walked into the enemy team and died. And he's like, WTF are you doing? And I'm just like, well, I'm kind of doing what you told me to do. I mean, I don't think he expected me to just go in and die for no reason, but, you know. I didn't take it well, and I was like, that's why I stopped playing League of Legends. I remember now. Yeah, that happened. Okay, so we need construction bots. We can take 100 of them, that's probably enough. I don't know why I did that. Like, I don't know why I played League. I don't know why I was a jerk. But I was. That much I can confirm. Okay. So we're going to continue pulling all this apart. It's going to be good. And as we build more of these construction, or these roboport things, I should be in a better position to do more with my life, I suppose. That's the plan anyway. I think I need this landfill right now. But yeah, get in there. Oh, I love this. Look, old wooden electric poles. Like, what are they even doing here? Who bloody knows? They shouldn't be here, but they are here. And maybe that's the real fun. Maybe that's the real friends we made along the way. And we may still not have the battery sufficient to do this sort of level of construction work. Do I consider actually putting out roboports? I mean, that would be the logical thing to do, I suppose. Because my batteries are fading so fast. Yeah, maybe I should actually put some temporary roboports out here just to get this together. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We've got to take roboports anyway, so let's stop doing this for the moment because I have absolutely shot myself in the foot with energy. And if we take like a couple of these, do you know what? I could take them from the train because I know the train has a lot of them. Not this train though. Where's my equipment train? Totally forgotten where my weapons armament train is. It's called weapon pick. Okay, there it is. And it should be right here, except it's not currently. It's actually dropping things off. Well, that's nice of it. I guess I'll take those roboports. See ya! Alright, so the plan right now is probably build a warehouse. Big warehouse? Small warehouse? Big warehouse. No. Small warehouse. We probably don't need that much. This is a temporary thing anyway. So if we do this and turn the roboport off for the moment, and juggity juggity jug, let's build one there. We can disassemble these when we're done. And we will disassemble these when we're done. I feel like another one of these probably wouldn't go too amiss. And for now, we're just going to put those construction bots in my airports, and they'll just get those all fixed up. And that leaves us free to do other things for the time being, which is very exciting as well. Because there's probably something else we could be taking care of right now. Probably even setting up the next thing to take vulcanite. That'd be exciting. Because there's a lot of things that need vulcanite today. And then when that's all built, then we can, or when that's all disassembled, we can start on the next part. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to let the bots do their thing over there. Still got 11 bots on me, but quite frankly, I don't even want those, so pop them in there. So what else do I want vulcanite for? Well, glass is probably, we're probably fine with glass at the moment. What we do need more than anything else is more of these. Steel seems to be a problem on that right now. That's not really a huge surprise, given the fact we've absolutely shot our steel supplies in the foot. No, I don't need those. I got too ambitious there. I really just want to watch it and supervise it, because I'm like, you know, it's fun to watch these things happen. But right now they're doing just fine and they don't need me here. I understand. They don't need me here. Alright. Satellite Island. Actually, do we need any more satellites, or are we all done for satellites now? Still one more. Okay. One day I'll press the right button for that. Not today, because there is no button for that. Well, that's really the real problem, isn't it? Okay. Or do we start thinking about getting the train that we need to get cryonite? It's not a bad idea. So, the cryonite train... Well, this is going to be rather not the cryonite train so much as the train that supplies all the stuff. So this is going to need to bring nuclear fuel, probably... I was going to say light oil, but no, we can launch that into space. That's not a problem. Nuclear fuel, definitely. Maybe lasers. Oh, hey, Good Gus. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. And hello to all of Good Gus's party. How's everyone doing? Hey, Fraser. How you doing? I saw you were working on oil. How'd that go for you? Oil's still a pain, I assume. And it usually is. Oh, I just realized why it's so warm in my room. I've got my fan on. There we go. Things going well? Awesome. Glad to hear it. An Australian stream? What? What you talk about? I'm not Australian anymore. I like how I said anymore, implying that I've been Australian before. No. Although I assume Good Gus is Australian. That's the assumption I'm going to make here. Apologies if I'm incorrect, sir. Ah, that's quite alright. All Aussies are welcome here, dirty or otherwise. Now the interesting thing is I've kind of broken my line a little bit, so I think that's still steel. I'm pretty sure that's still iron. We're going to have to fix that up later. Sure enough, this is still collecting all its stuff in the boxes. Hopefully... I fly. I have a jetpack. Well, multiple jetpacks. So, it takes fuel, but I don't have the exoskeletons. The exoskeletons usually would be what I would be building, but I got a jetpack, and the jetpacks work a little bit better in space, so... Actually, speaking of which, I've only got tier 1 jetpacks in my spacesuit. I need to fix that. Most are? Well, there you go. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to like be mean to someone. Yeah, jetpacks are modded. That's a valid point. They're a cool thing, though. I've just been playing around. They come in space exploration, or maybe not come in space exploration, but you get them doing the recommended space exploration stuff. And I honestly think it might just be something I have forever now. So I like them a lot. Okay, so my trains are preparing. So what do I need? The idea of this train is supposed to be that everything that the base will need, it doesn't need to produce itself. So one of those things will be nuclear fuel. Now, there's a couple of ways I could do this, some of which are stupider than others. I did once have, I think it was in C Block though, so many exoskeletons that I could run through one tile things, because the game just didn't register that fast. And that was pretty funny, but with squeeze through, that's just not an issue anymore. Probably... I'm trying to think the best way to get a signal from point A to point B here. Because I want this station to be able to request what it needs. Alright, take care. That's so good. Yeah, I changed the name of the Warhorn because I think Battle Cow is just a better name for it. So this really needs to be able to request what it needs. Now there's a few ways we could do it. The laziest way would be with a signal transmitter, signal receiver. That's 12 megawatts of power for literally nothing. Don the mask. Okay, well, you know what? I've been told to don the mask. I got a mask. So now I must truly become the cat. And now I'm wearing a cat mask. So this is a thing I can do now. Is it ridiculous? Yes. Is it creepy when I do this? A little bit. Also, my peripheral vision is really bad, I've just realized, so I have to take big looks to look at the cat. Oh no, why did I do this to myself? I found the mask earlier today and I was like, yep, this is something I need to have. Well, not earlier today, I found it yesterday and I was like, yep, I'm going to have a mask now on stream because this is really good. Thankfully it goes over my glasses and over my headset, but now it's just kind of freaky. And now it looks like I'm in some sort of low tier is it interfering with my microphone? I don't know. Exactly. So, I have no peripheral vision. I didn't even consider that being a problem. But yeah, we're going to waste 12 megajoules of power for no reason. I think that's good. And it's going to run on its own separate network. Power is... Oh, research is continuing. That's good. Have to look at chat, very obviously. Doing a head tilt because it's creepy as shit. I was testing that in the mirror and I was like, I don't like doing that, so I decided I'd do it more. And this signal is going to be novice rocket request. So the whole point of this thing is it's going to be requesting what it needs from... Gah. This is a mistake, I'll tell you that much. This is going to be requesting what it needs, and then everything else will request what it needs after that. It's not something that's required for Kamar, because Kamar is pretty good. But... Oh, if I move it down a little bit, it's better, but I hope it's not interfering with the microphone too much. Let me just check those levels real quick. Sure, I'd probably done that before. No, the microphone's fine. Excellent. Because you all need to hear my amazing commentary. Oh yeah, logistics chests are good fun, I agree. Okay. I cannot see my bar like this. Okay, I gotta learn how to wear this terrible mask better. I was thinking about getting some cat ears as well. Like a little headband I could put onto my head, but I haven't done that yet, obviously. But we'll work on that. That can come by later. How long did I say I was wearing this mask for? Yep, I understand how cat coins works. Don the mask. 2 minutes. Alright. Well, I don't know how long it's been, so I didn't really check that, so another 2 minutes just to be on the safe side. I would hate to make sure Nuke didn't get his full reward of me wearing a stupid-ass mask. Where I can't see a gosh darn thing. Okay, so the plan here is that we're going to put the train here and this. We're going to continue with the rocket fuel because honestly I don't know how any other way to run a train anymore. I mean, I could use less expensive fuel, but rocket fuel is just kind of fun. And we have plenty of rocket fuel. So that's mostly good. What I might also do is have the steel come back from... well, the steel in Kamara is kind of an interesting problem because it makes its own rocket fuel here. But the steel can stay on Kamara, but maybe it can bring fuel barrels backwards and forwards, and I could work out those numbers, and then it wouldn't need to. And also, I am taking the mask off. It is good to be able to see more. Thankfully, I put a timer on that, so you can't just make me wear it forever, but... Finay mod, Factorio, not enough items. I believe that's what it's called, yes. I don't know, but Finay is the thing that lets you know how to build stuff, so I think it's incredibly useful. Now, what do we need? Whatever we need, we're going to also... I'm actually wondering about getting rid of these solar powers. It gives me a huge amount of room to work with. and it was good for a time when we didn't have stable power, but now our power is stable as heck, so it doesn't really matter as much. It is indeed a reference back to Minecraft. Okay. I do know that much. So the plan is we're going to have a warehouse. Oh, probably need to have a train. That's probably an important part of this step. Have a train that comes out like this. There was too many items, then just enough items and not enough items. What does not enough items do? Only show you half of what you need? I mean, that's the logical assumption of what that would do. Just by the name anyway. Okay, so this state, we need another station. Wow, we would need more things for that, wouldn't we? We would need steel. We don't have steel. That's all right. We don't need it right now. Point of this is we build that, say, oh wait, if we just set it up properly, it won't matter. Because then we know where it's supposed to go, and we can build this in the correct spot, which is actually one down. And then we can turn our bots on, which we've got next to no bots anyway. That's a good reason. I love it. I was never hugely into Minecraft modding. I understand it got pretty wild for a while, but I just never did it. Don't really know why. Okay. So the plan here is we're going to do our constant combinators. Just a couple of them. We're going to do an arithmetic combinator. Do, and connect back into there. Great. And then this one's going to go everything times by -1. So this way it'll request what we need. Oh, nice. I respect that. I've never learned any sort of coding that wasn't terrible. This is going to bring used up uranium fuel cells. Now, we could leave them on the planet, but eventually it'd probably be good to bring them back. Okay, so how many uranium fuel cells do we want? Honestly, 500 is probably too many, so that's how many we're going to have. Because the idea is, hopefully, assuming all goes well, this will also supply other bases in the future. Which, in saying that, means this is in slightly the wrong place. Okay, so we want that to be... yeah? No, we're one too high there. There. That's better. I mean, look, sometimes simple mods are the best mods. Okay, we're also going to worry about just standard basic walls. No. We're going to worry about the very standard making sure that death happens the way we like it. Lasers, because we may be going to dangerous territory. We're going to need to have... lasers are good, yes. We need flamethrower turrets. 200 is not enough, actually, of these. Let's go 500. This is going to be a big undertaking, I've just realized. Roboports. Again, this is so that it's actually not really required in future. Construction bots. This will make everything easier for the future. 300. Okay, what else do I need? So that's walls. Pipes. I need pipes. Pipes. Could probably make its own pipes, honestly, but let's just have pipes anyway, so that way if we are sitting down in a hot zone, we can be okay. Electric poles, those needed. Medium electric poles, let's take 500 of those as well. No colony should be needing all this stuff. The plan is it'll be prepared for the stuff that it needs. We're going to need to also bring in cannon defenses, cannon shells. What are they called? Meteor defense bullets. How many of these do we need? Look, 500. If these numbers are ever wrong, we can always increase them. Okay, so will that defend the planet? Mostly. Once we also know how many barrels of fuel it needs, we can get those barrels and get them made here, get them all shipped in this location, so that's not going to be a problem as well. So that means that shouldn't need to request those. Is there anything else that's needed to be requested? Let's have a look at our walls real quick. Wall, laser, power, fire, pipes. Probably oil. No, oil we can fire in from space. That can be managed. It doesn't really need that much oil in most cases anyway. So that should be everything we need to maintain the base. Everything else should be maintained after that. The only sort of modding I ever did was there was an old game called Incubation, which was like a bunch of humans hunting down aliens, or rather aliens hunting down humans. You know the deal. And me and my friend were really obsessed with South Park at the time because season 1 had just come out, showing my age. And we thought it'd be really funny if we changed the opening screenshot to like everyone shooting Kenny, because again, that's what we did. Yeah, don't worry, it's not a well-known game. It didn't really survive into like the hollowed echoes of, man, do you remember that great game? It's not one of those. But, and then also when someone died, we also had like the sounds of, oh my God, they killed Kenny. So you hear, oh my God, they killed Kenny. Except the volume was all wrong because we had no way to mix it. So that's what we did for fun. We were like 13 or so. As I said, showing my age. Were we 13? Yeah, we would have been. Gosh. We only did it with the demo though, because my dad got real mad when he saw what we did, and he's like, "You're not allowed to do it with the full version." Not that he ever played it, but we weren't allowed to do it anymore, which I thought was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. But I mean, whatever. But yeah, that was the story of the only real modding experience I had, and it's not really a good one. It certainly never got uploaded anywhere, because boy, that's probably super illegal now that I think about it. Okay. So, any connection we have here... Ooh. We do not want to connect these wires. We do not want to cross the beams here. Crossing the beams would be very bad. And so we're not going to do it. What we probably do need to do, though, is have this reading on the same signal. And at some point, we probably also need to get everything connected properly, which I guess is what we're doing now. So if we can get some good old nuclear fuel. No nuclear fire for Amber, as a poster so eloquently puts. And a road near me. Fraser, you may know that sign. I always think about that. Particularly because I have a friend called Amber, and I think she deserves nuclear fire. She knows what she did. Anyway, so with that, we're going to go fuel is less than 0. So right now it is. Yes. Now this is the first thing. The intent of this is that this will bring the nuclear power to the colonies. I say, I believe it'll bring it to the colonies. Yes, those colonials do deserve a little bit of nuclear fire, wouldn't you say? Anyway, I hate myself a little bit more after that. That's alright. You know what they say, hatred of oneself is just a better chance for rediscovery. Anyway, so I see that train did come in rather fast. Okay, so that should be bringing my nuclear fire for Amber. At least it would if this was powered. Now we've got so much uranium, it's not really a problem, but perhaps I would like to get that a little bit better in future. I don't know, maybe. We shall think about it. We may need to do more Covarex later. But for now, the nuclear fire begins. So what else do we need to get in there? Gosh darn everything, really? If we can use... See, this is where I'm thinking we can really get rid of a whole line of these bad boys, because they are bad boys and we do not like them. What we could do... See, there's two things here that we could just go yoink on. That's two of the things we need. So if we go... This is going to be just really spaghettifying the spaghetti here. Nope. And I dare not remove that. I dare not remove this, so I'm not quite sure the next step of this. Build more. Well, actually, the colonies should be able to build their own medium poles. Colonies should also be able to build their own pipes. Can they? Let's check the circle. Can it build pipes? It doesn't currently build pipes. But I mean, there's nothing saying it can't just chuck it there and have it build pipes on its own. So, I mean, that's an option too. So we don't really need... Every colony should be able to build its own pipes and its own electric poles. Okay, well that's one less thing to worry about. What else do we need to worry about? Well, we probably need to worry about the fact that this isn't connected to anything. That's... I feel a legitimate concern. So let's continue connecting up this way. Yep, that's fair. And I feel like I've missed a spot there. I have. Okay, so we do still need flamethrowers. We still need... Wait, hang on. Shouldn't we have had nuclear fuel in there by now? We have. Oh, because it's actually not in that train station yet. Okay, well let's call this... call it something good. Call it rocket supply pick. Manually stopped. Well, Manually start. And now it should be counting it properly? Yes, okay, good. Now, this probably needs to not be giving me infinite... So sorry, Fraser, you said you played a boatload of a game called Rise to Ruins. What is that? I am not familiar with that one. I mean, I guess I could Google it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not connect those two. Do not connect those two. Those two are not to be connected. Gosh, almost caused a disaster there. If those ever get connected, then the signals will become very confused. And we must never, ever, ever do that. These signals must never, ever, ever get back together. Okay. This is continuing the fact that I keep listening to Taylor Swift songs now, and this is now, unfortunately, my life, whether I like it or not. Small electric pole in the way. Well, small electric pole, get out of the way. Problem solved. And let's just get rid of that little patch of water there, because I don't want it. And we will connect that back in there. Okay, great. So that's construction bots. We have coronal mass ejection hitting novice in 12 hours. Not fast. It's not a big deal. In the meantime, I would imagine that this has actually done its work. So we'll go back to building our rocket station. Sorry, back to building our rocket station in a moment. For now, I believe this should be done. It does look pretty good. Aside from this bit. Can we just cut all this out, actually? Let's cut all that out. Now, the plan here is very simple. We're going to do the exact same setup as we did here, because it's pretty good. We're just going to change the recipes. Now, the outside, of course, is going to be what's known as a vulcanite, a very fancy resource for very fancy people. Oh, these can probably be deleted as well. And if there's one thing I like to think of myself as, it's a very fancy person. I don't actually consider myself a very fancy person, or even a fancy person at all, or even a person at all sometimes. And yeah, if we... Real quick question, actually. How much of a belt does this take? Not even half. Okay, so these can actually run a lot longer. Well, actually, no. Next question. How much of a belt does this put out? Not even a tenth. So this could actually be a lot longer. This could go all the way down to here. And we could possibly even move where this train departs from. For now, that's looking almost pretty good. That vulcanite's too close, isn't it? Well, that's just where we're at now, I'm afraid. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So we're going to let that do its thing for a little bit and see how it goes. Oh, and we should probably give it more of these. Possibly a roboport somewhere. How far is this going to go? Going to go some distance. It needs to go further. Okay. It'll get around to it, don't worry about it. I will, of course, pick up all these roboports when I'm done, because I don't like roboports. I'm only doing this for construction. Barker, it's not like I like you or anything. Okay, so laser turrets is probably the next thing I need to worry about. Now, laser turrets cannot be just built easily, because they need to go somewhere special. Where is that, you ask? Space. They need to go to space. To get them into space, they need to go through some real spaghetti. If I can get them into here, I'll be happy. Is that possible / plausible? I don't actually know. Of course, we could go down this way, then just jump straight through those solar panels. That would work. We would need to get the signal passed across here, but again, that's barely possible. That's a separate signal, thank goodness gracious. I was a little scared for a moment there. If I had a less spaghetti base, I'd be a lot less scared, but my base is super heckin' spaghetti. And there's not a lot I can do about it now aside from just being better at Factorio. So in other words, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. So if we connect this to this, and then this to... That's too far, surely. Yep. This, that, and then that. Haha, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nope, that's wrong. Here we don't go, clearly. Here we go very soon. Okay. Connect that. You don't want to? You don't feel like it? Okay. Okay, that's a bad connection that we're not going to do. We do need to use the longer ones then, don't we? No big deal. I mean, it's just more spaghetti in a base. What more damage could I do, really? Oh, he was about to know at that moment how much more damage he could really do. Okay, laser turrets. And then, oh boy, is this going to work? Absolutely not. We are going to need to maybe do this. From that, we can bring this along here. Oh gosh, yeah, that's not where I was supposed to bring this along. I was supposed to do it that way. Well, we're going on the scenic route now. Stop. Nope. Laser turrets, come back! This is a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. I should wear the mask. Dun, 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 dun. Prepare to see absolutely freaking nothing. Oh no, my mask! The elastic was too strong for me. Okay, the mask is on. And then I do head tilt. Okay. I've made mistakes. I can tell you that. Not all of them are bus related. Some of them are, let's be honest. But this one was very clearly Just what the heck is this system? And if we don't need to destroy solar panels, why destroy a good solar panel, right? Okay, so that's one less thing to worry about. I can't see a damn thing, but that's okay. I only promised to wear it for 2 minutes, so I'll wear it for like the next 3 minutes, just to make sure you get your points value out of it. Ah, the cats are meowing back. That's normal. Actually, real quick question. Construction of... Concrete is not hard to build, is it? So in theory, I could just save concrete to be built in the colonies, because it's going to be producing its own stone and stone bricks. I mean, this is pretty bad spaghetti, I know. So roboports, flamethrower turrets, lasers should be sorted out soon. Big cannon ammo, that is the next question. How am I going to bring that down? The good news is I think we make enough of that we can... Oh look, we can just... Yeah, the spaghetti's on fire today, unfortunately. I don't really know what's happened, but... refining flammables. Oh yes, refined flammables! Yes. Anyway. Sometimes flammables wish to be an aristocratic gentleman. I do not want to hear any shit about it. You know? We're all allowed to be aristocratic gentlemen if we do so wish. I'm not going to say you can't. So if someone tells me no refined flammables, I will say, excuse me, they're just as allowed to be aristocratic gentlemen as you. That's just how we run in this factory now. Power lines, oddly enough, didn't break any just doing that. Okay. The good news is this should be manageable. I would say I saw something happen in the corner of my eye, but I can't see anything out of the side of this thing. I really should get cat ears though. Maybe I'll go looking for them tomorrow. Stores are open, so I can go try to buy some cat ears. Be the true cat that I always wanted to be. Okay. The head tilt's the most important part of this mask, I reckon. Are you whistling Bad Blood? Okay. I thought you were, sorry. My wife likes to whistle. I assumed she was whistling Bad Blood. She was not. I have accused her of things she was not doing. I am a bad husband. Okay. I imagine that even when the colonies start up, if I get the setup done fairly quickly, I shouldn't have to worry too much about the potential of biters attacking immediately. It should be fairly lax until the pollution starts kicking into high gear. Alright, I think we're about done with the mask for today, or for now. I can't see my keyboard to type. Meteor defense. Okay, great. So that's the meteor defense ammo coming through. This will probably need to... I was going to say speed it up. You know, it doesn't hurt to speed it up a bit. Okay, we're done with the mask for now. I am a human once more. I am no longer some wearing a cat mask. So I'm wearing a cat mask. Yeah, that's good logic. I may be human once more, but clearly my English hasn't gotten any better. Okay. So what now do I need to worry about? That's the wrong line. So this. We don't have flamethrower turrets yet. That shouldn't be too much a problem. And robo ports. Okay. So flamethrower turrets I'm pretty sure are built here anyway. Pretty sure I saw them around here somewhere. Yes, there they are. Yes. And we can probably even connect them into there somehow. We do this. And that gives us a bit of space to work with. Okay. Now that is not the line we want to connect to. This is. Would have been way better if I'd started doing this with red wires instead of green wires, but you know, sometimes you gotta learn these things. And I just did the thing I said I should never do. That's alright, we've picked it up early, no harm done. And now I would like to connect this into here with the power of spaghetti. Spaghetti Paul is having a time of his life today. That should be the right line, it is. Ah, Spaghetti Paul, why do you do this to me? If I blame Spaghetti Paul, I can't be held responsible for this, so that's exciting. I was about to say, where is my iron? And I realized it's probably over here. Severely running out of gosh darn everything. Why can you not build anything? Did you run out? Oh, probably ran out of power lines. It did. Okay, well that's kind of the point of this construction, isn't it? Needs a few things to get going, but once we get it going again, we'll be pretty happy. Probably be better if also it didn't go from one direction and then have to come back around. There's been some poor planning today. I think we can all agree on that. Okay, well these are starting to get connected. That's nice. As these connect a little bit more, we should see better what we don't have and what we do have. So we'll just chuck those in there, because maybe it wants it. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know what it wants. I'm not some sort of belt psychic. Okay, just give it that and then we'll let it keep going. It is going to be a little bit slow on iron production at the moment, but that's okay. Okay, how are we doing? So we've got... We really just need roboports now, and then we're sort of good, I think. Okay, so roboports might be one of the hardest things to get because I built them in the most spaghetti place. Now, if I could find some way to... Oh, you know what? There might be a way. I might also need some more splitters for this. I am really just, like, how do you fix bad spaghetti? The only way you can beat bad spaghetti is a bad man with spaghetti is a good man with spaghetti. Obviously. Unfortunately, there are no good men with spaghetti. Therein lies the problem. With spaghetti fighting logic. That's why spaghetti westerns are a thing. Don't feel good about that one. Feel a little good about that one. Apparently the laugh makes me think. Alright. So. We got roboports, and we want... We have roboports, we want roboports. So all we've got to do is figure out how to get them into this. And that shouldn't be too difficult. All we've got to do is move a couple of things a little bit. And give us an underground belt here. And then do a really dodgy as heck line. No, that's not going to work at all. Never build a spaghetti base? Look, I wish to not recommend it to you. It's not the best idea. I move that just one across, then that gives me a little bit more. But it does give you a position where you've really got to figure out what the heck you're doing with your life. And that's the part I really like. That doesn't seem to be connected to a damn thing. Now, for some reason, we've got some red circuits coming through there. I don't quite know how or why that happened. You know what, a bus base is probably... Oh, I know why that happened now. Look, I mean, let's be honest, a bus base is actually the correct way to do anything. It just happens to be that I am a broken individual who can't follow basic instructions. A bus base is far more superior, but of course, you know, how do you fix a problem? Well, I start with a bus base. You can see that there is a bus. Look at it, and then I need to change things, and then while I'm here, and it all goes horribly wrong about there. So, spaghetti is never a thing by choice. It just sort of happens. And you say that's not a good enough excuse, Seif. Like, you're supposed to be better than that. You know, you've got some hours of Factorio. How many? You've got 1,400 hours of Factorio. You're supposed to be better than that by now. And I go, yeah, but don't be mean to me. I'm a little cat. And then when you know I've used the I'm a little cat excuse, I've got nothing. Like, we don't even need to go that far. We could just do this, and that doesn't help anything. Do that, there we go. And then we're good. Cool. Now we do actually need to connect that to the requester bus. I have a funny feeling we lost a roboport somewhere, but that's okay. Now there's no steel. That's not really a surprise because we still haven't fixed that problem. Structure is broken due to beacon overload. That shouldn't... Oh, no, it is possible. Okay, well, shit. Yep, okay. We've made mistakes and we gotta deal with them. I don't know how, cause we really made mistakes. Okay. I don't know what else it needed. Oh, I needed long-handled inserters. Okay, here you go. We'll fix that problem in just a moment. Probably doesn't even need it. It's just going to be efficiency modules. We can just take one of the beacons out. Some will be a little bit less efficient than others. That's okay, I suppose. But we do need more industrial furnaces. That much is known. And we don't need the electric furnaces. Oh, no, we don't need electric furnaces. We just need more industrial furnaces because we need to make more iron and we need to make our steel. Okay, so that fixes that beacon overload and that fixes that beacon overload. In hindsight, we should have built one of these lines and then switched it to built one of these lines, switched it to iron, and then built the second. But we didn't, and for that we're going to be punished. Okay, so let's start trying to get iron happening again, shall we? Yep, this is going to need to be probably pulled down. That's okay. In fact, a lot of this can probably be pulled down. We'll need to figure out which side steel's on again, but that's alright. We can figure that out. It's not really a big deal. Pull that down. Pull that down? Sure, why not? Now, if we connected that to this, that'd be nice. Everyone would like that. It'd be like that bit in all those Telltale games. You know, everyone liked that situation. Okay. So that should get us into a position where we have... No, that's not what we want, and you know it. So if we turned it and then split it, that would work better. Now, of course, it's not doing anything right now because it still thinks it's looking for copper. It doesn't see copper. That's okay. It doesn't understand, but it will. I think if I do this again, I'm going to just build this away from the base and just train stuff around. Okay. That should launch all the drones. Nope. Drones don't feel like it today? Drones don't feel like it today. Okay, you know what? Drones, you've overstayed your welcome. I tried to be understanding. I tried to be patient. This is what you've led me to. And it's time to change all of these for iron plates. Except for the ones that aren't finished. That was a mistake, I won't lie. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of this has been a mistake. But the important thing is, in the rough draft, she loved iron. Can't help but notice there's no vulcanite coming through on this line. It's okay, we can get some vulcanite coming through on that line. There's a couple of places where vulcanite's not coming through. That should get some pretty efficient iron coming through now. And it does look like it's making iron, so that's encouraging. Okay. Good. Iron is being made once again. It's not quite as much iron as I want or need, but it's being made. And I imagine once I hook it all up to the things it can use, it'll be fine. So, in theory, how many lines does this make? Probably only like, not enough, be my guess. 2 lines of iron. What do you mean no path? What do you mean no path? There's vulcanite to pick up. What do you mean no path? Still no path, huh? So this train wants to go. I see where it wants to go. Okay. It wants to go to the other line. And then that should be able to go straight into this way. And then gently. Gently. Okay. Alright. Take care. Thanks for coming. Okay. Where are you getting stuck? Still stuck, huh? I don't know what this train's problem is. Not yet. Okay, it turns that way. Yeah, it's... Well, at least it seems like the problem is right at the intersection, so that's cool. Yep. What's wrong with that path? You can drive it, can't you? Yeah, it can be driven. Okay, so that means the problem is something else. Problem is that's not a legitimate place to have a train station, apparently. Okay, okay. This is gonna suck for a little bit, I think. I mean, it'll... Oh. Oh, okay, just forgot everything. That's cool, that's cool. Vulcan drop pick. Enable condition, vulcanite block equals 2. I think that's correct. Oh, wait. Technically equals 1 because I did a weird math thing there that doesn't make sense. That's on now. Vulcanite pick. No path? No path. Why the heck not? Should be a path. Oh, well, I mean, that's probably actually why there's no path. There's literally no path. Okay, well, that's fine. Off you go, buddy. Okay, so we've only got 3 of them going. It's fine. It'll fill up pretty quickly regardless. And what, is the other one empty? Surely not. The other one doesn't have enough. Okay, so this is... Okay, so we're using the vulcanite. That's good news. We are not dropping off enough cargo components because we're not making iron. Okay, so we're back to that again, are we? Okay, that's easy. And then if we build this over this way, and down here, that gives us a little bit more room to put steel in. That's the theory I'm running right now anyway. How well that actually works, I guess we'll find out very soon. And these guys just don't want to have anything to do with me. That's cute. Now, if I remember rightly, this is the steel line, the one in the middle. Yes, the one in the middle is the steel line, just to be confusing. Why is the one in the middle steel? It's not, it's the top one. As I said, just to be confusing, right? Let's go one more out. That can connect into that. Then get rid of those tree. Just the one tree. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. That gives us a heck ton of ammo that we really don't. Why do you keep giving us logistic things? I do not understand why it keeps doing that. Like, it's very excited about logistics. I appreciate that. I love logistics too, you know. We could always just do the steel refinery down here. I don't know if that actually helps us, but... God, the spaghetti is real today. No one warned you about excessive gore on this channel, did they? I'm sorry. Maybe I should have. Oh, we're out of belts. Okay, that's fine. I think we've probably got a lot of belts in here somewhere. Yep, 116 belts. That's a lot of belts. I could have just kept that going for like ages and it would have just been absolutely fine. That's the part that really cooks my noodle. If I just left it, it would have been fine. But no, I had to try and optimize it. And now look where we are. Everything's broken. Absolutely cooked noodle right there, I tell you. You think I care about power? I cannot. Get out of my way. The only thing I care about is just getting this bloody well done. But not well done, because let's be honest, this is not being well done. Well, the good news is that line is essentially that line. Okay, so that's iron back into the fold. I don't know why. Oh, because this is still trying to get through all this iron that's made. Okay, so only the back ones are going at the moment. That's acceptable. It'll work itself. It'll work its shit out soon. I like this iron in the middle of the vulcanite lines. That's only mildly concerning. It's actually quite concerning. Alright, now let's get some steel in here. First, let's get rid of all this trees, because trees ain't doing nothing for me. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this iron. Maybe if I just chuck it down there, something will happen. Yeah, it looks like something happened. There we go. Iron got placed down. We've got a lot of iron. I don't really have that big a plan for it. Well, it's wood. Well, I got a plan for wood. Like my teachers always said, always have a plan for wood. Don't know why they said that, but I always have a plan for wood. Really bothered me that one of those came back with a train track. Like, that's really concerning. Yep. I'm glad I noticed that. I told you it was concerning they came back with a train track. I was like, you shouldn't have that. That's not for you. And they're like, I found it, master. Train track. Where did you find that? Train track? Why did you find that? Train track? Alright. So we can't flip it, but we can rotate it. That'll have to do. Now, good news, we don't need to worry about the long inserters here. Because it's not that type of line. What we do need to worry about, though, is this is going to be siphoned off primarily to feed the steel machine. We will need a lot more beacons, we will need a lot more modules. Did we just burn through like 500 productivity modules? Probably. It's a lot. But, you know, that's life for you. It's life on the cold, dark streets. Like, I know what life on the cold, dark streets is like. Yeah, okay, we'll just put the coal in there. Just put stuff in there. I don't care anymore. Just iron can just go in there. Iron just goes in there. Just chuck the iron in there. Figure it out later. This vulcanite, I don't know, just yeah. Okay, it's done. Okay, well, at least they are getting their modules in. I would like to output priority that way. Just do a whitelist only long arm inserters here because, quite frankly, they're just not needed in this part of the woods. So we still need a lot of productivity modules, but that's okay, we can work that out in a moment. And this is just going to be steel. And then I think we actually need power for it as well, because otherwise nothing's going to happen. I mean, that's a logical assumption there. They all light up. Brilliant. How much steel is that going to give me? About 1/20th of a belt, which is not much. I think we're going to output priority that way as well. Nope. Just so that way we can really feed the steel machine. Because if that's full, that means... yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so... iron. No, steel. I forgot what it is. Big shiny shit. That's what they used to call me in high school. I wish. Alright. I wish they called me big shiny shit in high school. It would have been an interesting nickname. How do you get that nickname? Look, honestly, I don't want to know. Oh, gosh. Just trying to find a place for this, like, one copper cable. Alright. So now with iron and steel coming into the base once again... oh, we do need a radar out here, though. It's not a difficult thing to set up. We do need more productivity modules. Again, another easy setup. Main problem is I don't think we've got enough of them. 165. It's still not bad, though. I think a lot of this before was running on old tech. They're good to launch. That's probably long since been good to launch. We don't even need to really watch it, to be honest. It's just a launch. Done them 1,000 times. So that'll slow everything down, which is the desired result for a few reasons. Because it'll use less iron in the long run. How are we going with this vulcanite? It's going alright. Problem is, oh yeah, that's right, because ships weren't launching for a while, were they, while we were messing around with all this iron tricks. While we were messing around with all this iron things. Okay. So the next thing I actually want to think about a little bit is stone should actually be fine. Core miners, we don't have a train for that, so that's probably the next thing we need to worry about. I don't think we've actually got the pulverizers out there. We do not. So maybe some more pulverizers too. I mean, we have we've got 3 at the moment. We need an additional 5. Okay. I can math. Concrete, well, done. Iron and steel. Okay, well, there's your problem, isn't it? But that'll all start to back up soon. Even iron's starting to be okay now. Steel will take a little bit longer to back up. And if we ever need to expand it on it again, we will do it completely differently so that we don't have this mistake again. Okay, and we need 2 more steel. Easy. Done. But Yeah, steel is coming through now. It looks to be fairly stable. And that in turn allows iron to be somewhat stable as well. So I don't think we need this much iron yet, but it's good to have it readied. And it's good to use this vulcanite as well, because, you know, if you make it, you might as well use it, right? It's the logic I'm going with. Real quick, how's space going? Do we have science going? We do. Or did it stop again? Now we also do need to take vulcanite into space. Not a lot of it, but some of it. I was thinking we could... Well, we do have... Actually, vulcanite is on the train line. So... okay. At some point we need to figure out how we're going to make beryl, but before that we're going to make cryonite. So, you know, it's good to have those things sorted out in some sort of not random order. Meanwhile, these power things are being made. Can't remember what it's called. Solar panels. Got there in the end. A lot of laser turrets in there. I'll put those in that train. Didn't ask for that many laser turrets, but tell me it's going to get. Anything else it needed? It needed roboports, but it's getting those eventually. Okay. So we need another locomotive and maybe just, I don't know, one train. So multi-cylinder engines and some steel. Thankfully I know where some of those things are. In this poorly constructed base. Like, steel is just insufficient. I can say that fairly confidently. Out of curiosity, how much fuel will I need to go from... I'm going to need a lot of fuel to go away from any other planet back to Novice. Because the first launch is, remember, the one that you crash land, and so you've really got to consider how you're going to return. Why was I collecting the steel? I don't remember anymore. Because I was building a locomotive. I also need a cargo wagon, which is of course going to be more steel, but that's alright. Steel is made to be stolen, as they say. Okay. And a train stop, which we have. Did we get rid of the train stop over here? We did not. That should be removed. We'll get rid of it when we get there. So the plan for these new pulverizers is to assist in the unloading of the trains that are coming back from Kamar. So if we do something like this, can't flip it. Well, can we do that then? Knew it. You could do it. You were just being lazy. Okay, so that's going to be called Core Frag Drop. Yeah, that's good. It's a good name. We need 2 storehouses. That's not a storehouse, that's a strongbox. Classic mistake. Happens all the time. And we're going to fuel up this train with good old-fashioned coal. Love coal. It's good stuff. It'll unload to the left. So, choo choo choo. Choo 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 choo. Sorry, Katamari Damacy happens sometimes. I really can't control it. I'm sure you understand. Katamari Damacy, very popular, very big. And then we will, oh, you know what we do? Oh, yes, here's the plan. Here's the play. Here's the play. We run out of, the play is we run out of everything that we need. Got him! Copper appears to be running out. That's mildly concerning. Or rather, it's running out on one side because of poor management between the two. I will have to sort that out. Okay, I know how I'll do it though, so that's fine. I'm going to create it so that one side it reads the negative, one side it reads the positive, and if the difference between the two is ever like greater than a particular number, then it'll do something about it. But we're not doing that right now. We probably need to do the same thing with iron and probably a lot of places actually. So we need some of those, and we're going to need some of those. We're going to need more steel, obviously. Steel is coming along. It's not coming along nearly as much as it needs to, but it is happening. We wanted 2 storehouses, which is a lot more steel than I was really prepared to find today. Sometimes steel's a bit like that, though. Demanding a lot of glass orbit, but that's okay. If it needs it, I'm not going to question it. It knows what it's asking for. Now the question I've got is, could we actually be pretty good with another line of this? Now that's reckless and wild. It's kind of why I want to do it too. I mean, we don't have the productivity modules for it yet, so whatevs. How many more do we need? No, that's enough. Okay, great. All the copper, yeah. We really need more all copper, all times. I agree. There is no such thing as too much copper. And I don't think anyone's going to think that's such a thing. Okay, so last time we were talking about what a great trick it was to run out of belts at the wrong time. We didn't pick up belts. We're just going to talk about picking up belts and then we're just not going to take them. Bleh. Like, we were so close to the belts. The belts are down here. Yeah. Okay. The good news is, with the iron coming in, belt production is not an all-time high, obviously, because it's just not, but it's okay. Until we get this ground stuff sorted out, I don't really want to start colonizing a new planet. But new planets shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. Like, it should be something that once I go up there, it should be just done fairly quickly. Can't build new lights, but one day we'll be able to, and that'll be wonderful times. And we're going to need a train. Probably with some cargo carriages. Like more than one might be good, but just need to find some iron. Not even a lot of iron. Like it shouldn't be hard to find some iron somewhere close. Stone, copper, iron will be like around here. That's stone again. There we go, iron. Boop. Good. Cargo wagon. I hit my hand. I did a cool pose. I mean, cool. And then I hurt my hand. So, you know, always the best. It's always important that when you do a cool pose, you hurt yourself. That's how you know when you're really cool. And I'm really cool, apparently. At least in my head. Okay, so core frag drop. Go till empty. Core frag pick. Go to full. Swap the order around. Go automatic. That's not going right now because we don't have enough core fragments, but that'll be changing very soon, I would imagine. 30 turrets engaged with the enemy. Damn. Those bugs. Not leaving me alone today, are they? A lot of coal in here. That's usually a mite concern, but once we start launching more rockets, that should be less of an issue. He says being slightly worried about... What, am I just not getting through this fast enough? Is that the issue? Can we speed these up? We don't have beacons, so no, not really. Okay, in theory, if I had beacons, though, which... Let's just make one by hand. Well, okay, the beacon could go, like, say, here. Put some speed modules on that bad boy, and then... Yeah, sure, it's going to take a lot of power, but we need to get through this oil. See, that works. Just going to chuck that one down there. Speed it up. The problem is the coal is just not getting processed fast enough, and if that continues to happen, then we will run into a really bad problem, and we simply can't afford that. Again. Like, it's happened a lot. We can't afford it to happen again. Okay. Now, the good news is we've actually got a train station over there that we can use. And this is going to be called Rocket Supply Drop. No trains with this? That makes sense. We haven't set up that yet. Didn't exist before. Okay. So, the full cargo or time passed is, say... Honestly, it doesn't need to go off too often. Could say nothing. Well, everything is above 1. If everything's above 1, there's no reason for it to be there. Anyway, could do. Probably won't. I got a stone drop. I don't appear to have a stone pick yet. Oh, I do. It's right there. That's not exciting. We'll fix that in a moment. Rocket supply drop. Empty cargo. Okay, so this, let's just bring the train along now. Wrong train. Now the problem is this one does not have enough stuff in it right now, so that's why it's inaccessible. And this one should be accessible. Is it? And Beryl is probably the same situation. No, Beryl should be quite accessible, because that is a very full supply of Beryl right now. That doesn't need to go anywhere right now, that's okay. Tick, tick. Oh yeah, I suppose we better have a way to drop the cargo off. And then what I think we do is inserters to grab the stuff that it needs. So filter inserters, not stack filter inserters, just regular filters. That was great, I'm glad you came by. Thanks for visiting, I suppose. How is space going right now? It's still making stuff. Science has stopped. Because I needed purple, and we don't make purples very well. Okay, we can do that later then. Genetics facility, thermal radiator. Nope, can't do thermal radiator. Genetics facility. Yeah, purples are kind of shockingly bad right now because we broke it a while ago and never really got around to fixing that. Probably should one day. Definitely should one day. Okay. Maybe that one day is coming sooner than we expected. Where are you guys going? Oh, we never finished this side as well. Ah. Probably explains why this side runs out of supplies first. Because this side's never been doing anything. Well, that's changing now. Okay, so that should get more copper being made. Always exciting. Could be better if we made even more, but that's alright. We will do that. Because like I've always been told, both by myself and chat, you can never have too much copper. And that should be burning through that a little bit faster as well now. Well now. Sorry. Every now and then I just say well now, and it reminds me of the guy from... where's he from? Dark Souls? I think it's Dark Souls. I don't even know what character says that in that voice, but... Could be Bloodborne. It's definitely a FromSoft game. A lot of people are excited about Elden Ring at the moment, and I'm just like, eh. I don't know if I care yet. Maybe I'll care later. I haven't figured it out yet, but... I'm certainly not in the place of caring just yet. I hope to care about Elden Ring later, because, you know, I liked Dark Souls 1 and 2. 3 was fine. I mean, 3 people loved 3. I know they did, but I just never really got into it properly. Bloodborne Bloodborne I liked, but I sort of just petered out at the end. And I didn't play Sekiro. Not for any real reason, I just didn't play it. I mean, I didn't get it and I didn't play it, so that's... Not buying it is probably another big hindrance to actually playing the game, honestly. It's very hard to play games you don't buy. I've always struggled with it personally anyway. Your mileage may vary, as they say. Okay, so that's not near complete, but it'll have to do for now. It's making some steel, and maybe that's enough. It's not, but it'll have to be for now. That was when I was trying to fix it before, but since then I've learned a lot about circuits, and I could probably do that better. I'm not going to do it now, but it's good to have in mind that you could always do something better. You know, it's nice to know, look at something and go, I'm better than that now. You know, like looking at a photo of yourself. It's kind of a dark way of taking it, just looking at a photo of yourself going, I'm better than that now. Looking at a picture of you when you're 3. I was stupid back then. Just getting really angry about it too, for some reason. Okay, so... Firing more meteors, always like that. Now, I wanted to have a way of bringing these productivity ones to... Oh god, it's so far away. Up to here? Yup, that's where they need to go. Enjoy that, I suppose. Well, they could come up through this... Okay, there was actually a place. It's really spaghetti, but hey, welcome to Factorio with SeiferKatt. Factorio with SeiferKatt, where the spaghetti is here and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, except play better, but again, you can only wish for certain things. And my genie wishes were used for other things. Like, I don't know. I didn't actually have a genie wish. I do like the idea that someone have a genie wish and their like biggest wish is to be better at Factorio. That's pretty funny. Like, you could have wished for anything and you just chose to wish to be better at a video game. You could be better at every video game. Oh shit, 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 shit. Maybe I should use that genie wish on a video game. Never mind. I'm going back on that. It's a good idea. And then I'd wish for infinite Factorios. You can't wish for more wishes, but you can wish for more Factorios. Okay, so that'll make more purple science, and then we can use that later. Honestly, I'm a little surprised we didn't get that done earlier, but meh. We've done it now. How are we going with this? Oil is being consumed. It'd probably go better if we weren't using these really slow-ass, long-armed inserters. But for what it's worth, it doesn't look like coal's piling up any further, so... You know, take what you can get. Why is more sulfur coming in? Surely we do not have a demand for more sulfur. Like, we did have a request for 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and that has doubled it. Okay. So it did have a request for some sulfur, and then it's like, you know what, you'd like more sulfur. The base is like, not really, though. And it's like, yeah, more sulfur. Okay, what I'd love to see is more pieces of ship. But I think they're all being waylaid by the fact that we don't have enough steel or plastic. What's wrong with plastic? Coal broke. Oh no, I think I know how I broke coal too. I thought I fixed coal. Ah, there's no there's no power up there. That's funny. Shit. It's alright, at least I'm not running a base off coal power. The funny thing is that also means these are going to be used for just the smallest of moments. Just kind of cute. Okay. That tidies up some of that. Classic SeiferKatt right there. Iron production coming through. That's going to speed things up again. Yeah, iron's okay. Steel is the issue, but I think with what we've just done, that might change things a little bit. Might improve things a bit further. Gosh, hopefully. Can't get worse in any case. Probably not anyway. Things can always get worse. We know that. All this barrel. I don't really have a plan for all this barrel. Well, we're going to have to figure out a plan for it at one point. Even if we're not there yet, we've got to figure it out. Hmm. Okay, well, is purple science getting into this thing now? It is. Okay, so purple science is slowly coming in. That's good news. You know what? Let's have a look in space real quick. What is the situation of the fluids? Water is bad. Petroleum is bad. Heavy oil is bad. Okay, so let's boost some of these. Let's boost water to another few. Heavy oil by another 200. And what was the other one? Petroleum. That one can probably be 800 as well. It's always nice to get more barrels into the atmosphere. Space shouldn't ever really need more steel. We should really figure out what to do with all the steel that's going up there. We could bring it back and make more barrels out of it, but why? I mean, it's a thing you can do, I suppose. That's sometimes as good a reason as any. And how is it going once it gets back? It tends to fill up pretty quickly. Yeah, at that point it probably wouldn't need any more barrels. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you know what? I think we're just going to go with a shorter stream today. Because I need to think about my next move, which may be very much be get into space. I prepared a lot of the stuff for it, so now I just need to go up, gather some reactor stuff, and prepare a landing pad and all that sort of jazz. And then go into space to get cryonite. So that's probably us for today. Thank you everyone very much for watching. If you are new here and you're not currently following, please do consider following. I would highly appreciate it. It's the best way to find out when I'm streaming, if I'm doing a stream outside of schedule like I was tonight. If you would like to watch old episodes, you can find them on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post all the old episodes, and so you can watch them there as well. Other options are good. There is also a Discord chat. It's very important to have a swig of water while you're doing those. There's also a Discord chat that you can join if you want to get in touch with me outside of normal streaming times. It's very quiet in there. There's not a lot of people, but if you want to be there, you know, you're welcome to be there. What else have we got? I think that's everything. Oh yes, and you can also subscribe to me if you do so wish. Subscribing to me will get your name up in flashing lights. Like we already have a couple of, a couple of them there. We've got Muhammad over there, and we've got, what have we got? We've got another one over here, don't we? Yep, Lazy Kobold. So if you want to subscribe and get your name in the base, you can do that, if you want. And yeah, we're done for tonight, so thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Actually, let's see.